Is Christian nationalism biblical? So this is a term that really popped up about a year ago through the election cycle, and a lot of people have still been talking about it. So is it biblical, and should all Christians be Christian nationalists? So firstly, I will give a basic definition for Christian nationalists. A Christian is someone who supports and follows and trusts in Jesus Christ. And a nationalist is someone who's really devoted to their country, right? They put their country first, and they have a lot of national pride. So essentially, a Christian nationalist is someone who just is a Christian and really is devoted and loves their country quite a bit. Nationalism can obviously go too far to the point where you become exclusive to other groups of people in pursuit of your own. I think healthy levels would be, yeah, our politicians should prioritize America, obviously, right? America first, but there could be unhealthy levels of it. So Christian nationalism in America is kind of an attempt to return America to Christian values and Christian traditions. A number of cultural things, such as abortion, for example, would be something where Christian nationalists look at and say, we gotta legislate against this or try to get rid of this. And so there's a number of those cultural issues that are like that, where Christian nationalists are very much against it and want to see it scaled down at the very least, or legislated against. And so I think a number of Christians kind of are against things like abortion or other cultural movements. But I think what really is the problem that I have with Christian nationalism, I think there's nothing wrong with trying to have a more traditional country, to have a more Christianized country. The problem that I have with it is their intent, right? So I may agree with some of the goals of let's have a more traditional country, let's have more prudence and stuff. However, what it all comes from, what it stems from, is their belief, which is post-millennialism. They believe that Christ will only return after a period of Christian rule, essentially, in the world. So they believe we kind of have to take over. They basically believe in Christian supremacy, that Christians need to take over the culture, essentially. And until that happens, Christ won't come back. So I don't, I try to not be too dogmatic, and I don't encourage people to be dogmatic when it comes to end time stuff. But I think post-millennialism can go a little too far, where you essentially mix too much of the government and the faith. And I think that would be an example of that. So I think Christian nationalism, although the goals may be noble, and I agree with them, I do think some of the intent is a little bad, and I think people should be a little cautious.